Hi.
All right. Hi, Raquel.
Hi, I'm Raquel from Pangeles. Nice to meet you.
You too. Lovely to meet you.
Well, I really love the show. So congrats for your character, for your work, and for the show.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Well, my first question is for the both of you. Your characters face the hell that they live in that house in a different way. Why do you think is that?
Sorry, could you say the first part again? So that our characters...
Yeah, your character face the hell that they live in that house in a different way from each other. Why do you think that happened?
Well, I mean, they did, but they shared quite a few similarities, I would say. So yes, they experienced hell in the house at different stages, but my character Nella really empathizes, and I think wants to help, even though it's beyond her control, because she really does understand the situation without trying to say too much. But yes, she does definitely empathize with the situation that you're in. And yeah, so I definitely think, yes.
I feel like for Alicia, I feel like Nella really does become, you know, her rock in a way. I feel like without Nella, I don't know. I feel like her experience would be very, very different. So yeah, I think they kind of experience it differently, but I think they experience it together.
Yeah, and there's real revelation in certain points in certain episodes where we're like, wow, okay, there is a similarity here, and there's a certain understanding of support as well, even though it's not said. Yeah, so yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, good answer. Well, in a normal time like this epoch, what advice do you think your character will give each other? Like Nella see Alicia happens through that, or happen through this hell, and what do you think Nella will say to Alicia, or Alicia to Nella in this situation, in this time, more normal time?
In this time, I mean, there's so much changed. So much has changed. Our series is in the turn of the 20th century, and there's women are oppressed, for starters. We've got hardly any rights, or political rights anyway. Racism is rife, so we probably wouldn't be friends. So there's so much that would just be so different, just in an environmental kind of standard. So I think if we were friends in this day and age, I think Nella would be like, get in my car, I'm taking you to my house. I'm taking you to my home, and I'm going to look after you. We are leaving now. Yeah, I think that's what would happen in this day and age anyway. I think that's what Nella would say to Alicia, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
They were friends then, and I think they got each other through some tough times. So I think yeah, definitely.
Okay, the next question is for you, Alana. What do you think Alicia accept what the deal that Olivia proposed to her?
What did she think of the deal?
Yes.
I feel like by this point, she, that a lot has happened, and I think that she's not really given much choice. I don't know how much she wants to, go ahead with this deal willingly. I don't know if it's willingly, but I think that she's quite a selfless person, and I think she's trying to do the best for other people. I'm so scared of giving stuff away.
Yeah,
I think she's like trying to think of the bigger picture. So I think it might not be necessarily what she wants, but I think she's just trying to really think about the impact it's going to have on everybody else around her.
Okay, well, there are so many more books about the history. Are you in for a new adaptation from the history and new histories about these flowers in the attic?
Like more like going back even further, or something maybe more futuristic?
More future.
Oh, that would be really interesting. I know Nella wouldn't be around, but that I would be very intrigued to see what that story would be. Absolutely. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, my last one. How different are your character, Nella and Alicia, from other roles that you played in other shows, movies?
I think she's very different. I think what I love about her as well is, you know, how she progresses, how she grows throughout the series, and the way she starts off very different to how she kind of ends up. And I think that's what's so lovely about her, is watching, you know, all those experiences, all those things, situations that happen to her, how it changes her. So she's different in terms of, I think maybe she's like other characters at points, but she's her own person, and that's what's so wonderful about her, is she's just, I feel like you really see her as a human, and I think that's what's so great.
Yeah. To add to that, for me, I think well, it's my Flowers is my TV debut, so I mean I've done quite a few stage things, and I could kind of relate to maybe when I played Celia in The Colour Purple, how her resilience for her children and her drive to keep her family together, I think that I could see similarities in Nella. But again, just like Alana said, that like just the situation, the environment, the context is all so different. So it's very hard to be like, this is a very similar story, because it's not. But in the sense that that they both of those characters find their voice in the end, without saying too much, again, they find their voice in the end. I think I would say I see similarities in those two characters for me. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. Really a pleasure talking to you, and have fun in the festival. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you, Raquel. Cheers.